And what did they get and so on. So first we have Kirthana.
So I think I've done the introduction part of me. My name is Kirthana and Education Through Dance. Started in 2009 and moved from an after-school model into making its way into schools. Been very fortunate and danced our way through till about 2012. And then just around the time where we were about to grow 400%, we had a downfall with the pandemic. And we've come from way up high to bottom of the hill. Took, I should say, lot of the tools that I was introduced from 2017-18 through Balaji sir had been implemented in the company very successfully. And that also is one of the things I would say is, though we were at the rock bottom, my team still stayed intact with me because they believed what we did was for a purpose and it had a lot of essence in the child and we building the future of the country. So whatever was my vibe of making people self-reliant really came out. That was my golden vibe. And making them self-reliant and keeping everything open to them made it very successful. So those tools actually helped me to sustain the team till we reopened Kinderdance back in again 2021. So from 2022 we reopened. And I think in January of 2022, I had come to the fork of the road to say, should I continue or should I just close it down or should I believe in myself and go forward? And there's so many thoughts and I said, no, again, building this whole thing up, which I've lost over 12 years, is going to be a hard road to look back and do it. It's going to be a tough one because the other part is also the mindset of the clients, the schools. They also were trying to get their funds back. They were also trying to realign a lot of things. A lot more schools had cropped up. They were losing their own students to different schools. So their finances were not great to pay a third party like us. So the first year, it was again very tough to build back the business. And then I saw one message from Balaji saying, hey, we really missed you. Why don't you come back to the session? Because I think 3 months break. And then I had gone abroad and then came back. And then I joined the thing. And that's when I said, oh my God, there's something called Golden Strategy Square. And I never even looked at it. And I called Balaji. I said, I need to come and speak to you about this. And I came and he explained what it was all about. I said, can we start the session right away? And that gave me a lot of confidence in moving forward. And we did it like a startup again. I said, okay, I'm a new entrepreneur. I'm going to clean this entire thing off, prepare a whole new business model, think what my clients are thinking, and communication. So what we used to communicate before pandemic completely changed how I communicated the new brochure with a new set of, same program. Nothing had changed. It's the same dances, it's the same curriculum, same guidance, more creativity probably. But the whole thing about even hiring a person was different. So the communication was the key to hire people. So one particular incident is we signed up Clay Corporate Daycare. We signed up about 130 schools for summer camp. And just a week before they came and told me that in all the 130 centers, we will 5 weeks time and 6 programs. So I needed to hire more than about 120 to 130 teachers in 7 days time. So this communication, which I had planned in one of the Golden Strategy Squares, which I sent, and I was able to hire in 4 days more than 90 teachers. More than 90 teachers. I mean, this was miracle. which was just not possible because otherwise we usually struggle to even get 3 to 4 teachers for a whole academic year. Here had 90 people. I've interviewed more than like 300 people. We shortlisted 90. Then we added another 20 later, and the whole program was so successful. And we got not just the communication getting the candidate, but the right kind of candidate. So the communication also was something that came out from the Golden Strategy Square. Apart from that, I'm going to give a surprise to you, let me take this out. So this is what I achieved from the Golden Strategy. So this was 2022. We started, I think, last year was mid of 2023. This is from this month. So Balaji, this is for you. So this is my testimony for Golden Strategy Square. Apart from this, of course, there's a lot of things which communication to the principal or to a director, how we started communicating to the children, how we revamped the entire program. So from that 4 squares, I mean the 4 sides of the square, the result is this. So I think that's the greatest testimony I can give for Golden Strategy Square. So thank you so much. And we also started another company called Hemisphere now, and it's going to be incubated by NASCOM. So thank you. Oh, where I got the 90 teachers. How did we get it? Is it? Yeah. So in the why, what I wrote is, how would you like to work with children? Do you like dancing, and how would you like to work with children in a fun and joyous way? And then, do you know somebody who could be, who is your cousin or your friend or your, the typical, the BNI, what you call 30-second. So we put that and then put the demographics. I think the main crux of it was within 30 words and my telephone number and my email. So it reached Zumba's brand ambassador of India, and it reached Yoga, I think Yoga of India, Association of India. So all their teachers pan-India, the areas where Bombay, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Coimbatore. So we had like people coming from all these different cities. So yeah, so the communication just through WhatsApp spread like just WhatsApp.
A couple of, your first out was how many people?
My first out was probably 7 people. Balaji was one of them, right? And then few of my colleagues, my team.
So I just add 2 points.
Yeah, 2, sure.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
So 2 things, starting from why, right? The first thing is, she was very clear on whom to target, okay? So when she kind of did an inventory of her best teachers, she realized that it was not teachers she was looking for people who love dance, okay? So where do you find people who love dance? Yoga, yes. That's where dance academies and yoga studios and all that happened. So she targeted her posters to those people, and the message was also coming from, if you love dance and like to help students learn mathematics or whatever through dance, right? Something like that.
So also, what kind of teachers? So we removed, I put the profile of my teachers. In the last 3 months, who did I say can't continue? And then we kind of also removed the teachers who were there in the team but were not very actively participating. So kind of narrowed it down to say who are the ideal teachers for Kinderdance. So we took the profiling of that, and then I created the message. And then we looked at the whole thing, so it just worked very well. Because who can be a teacher is not just a dancer. Somebody who's only passionate about children. So really didn't wanted a dancer, so that was the thing.
Dance
so
The first circle was 7 outsiders plus your family members and friends.
Yes, that's all. Yeah, not even family members. Not even family members.
Approximately around
Yeah.
For
yeah.
instance, her message to me, of course, we were chatting. He said, okay, do you know any yoga teacher? Train the trainer kind of a person.
Yeah,
So I know, and I sent it to that person.
Correct. Like that. So it reached somebody sent it to the Zumba ambassador who spread it across all the cities to say, hey, anyone interested, it's only 2 hours, it's not your timing of Zumba, would you like to join? It's a quick, kind of a summer time and you want to do it kind. So yeah.
So it's spread organically.
Organically, yes, organically. And the same thing happened even with 2 clients. So just around the same week, I was going to meet 2 schools in Hyderabad. We did the same customer profiling, who's passionate about the program, who can actually understand, and then what kind what is the ideology of the principal, what is the ideology of the school, and how do they work with the children, and then I realized who I like to work with. So then I started targeting schools exactly in that profiling, and I bagged another 2 schools just that week. So it just kind of puts you into the right, I think, environment to be passionately working about your own product or your service.
Otherwise, earlier, before that, you used to do a generic creative.
I would just go random. I would just read like I would just see the school and say, okay, it's nice. Do I have teachers around that area? My whole thought process was very different. It was never, related to, say, I have to go with this school, because I would be unhappy with certain schools because we have certain way of working with children, developing them, but the school would never have that. So we always had the friction.
On the creative, it would be a generic creative.
Very generic creative,
Like something that looks good.
Yes. Children, colors, very generic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome success story. Congratulations. Awesome.